Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Rifatul Ilmia. I am from English Education of Majapahit-UNIM-PBING. Now, I want to retell about the novel. The title of this novel is Everything Everything by Nicole Yon. And first, I want to tell you about the synopsis of this novel. This novel tells the life of a teenage girl named Madeline Victor. She was a 17 years old who has the disease SCID, or also called the disease that attack the immune system and make it her never feel outside world. And her life she spent to reading novel, playing Scrabble with her mother, and taking online class. And only her mother and her nurse could see Maddie. The nurse day, a new neighborhood moved into front of her house, and there is a teenage boy. The name is Ollie. And Ollie also often saw the Maddie from the yard and the window from his room opposite with Maddie's bedroom. And then Ollie was began to wonder why Maddie never left off from her house. And then Ollie and his sister tried to bringing the pancake to her Maddie house, but the Maddie mothers not prohibited him. And then slowly the communication through writing in the windows made them exchange their email, and then the relationship there is began. And Maddie asked to Carla to bring her to meet with Ollie. And finally Carla decided to bring Ollie to her house without the Maddie's mother's knowledge. And even though it's very risky for her. And then finally they meet in the room. Ollie and Madeline meet in a room. The room is called sunroom in Maddie's house, and the room is special room for Maddie because the room is for Maddie could feel how the outside world. And then from their meeting, and Madeline and Ollie their time to spend to reply emails with Ollie. And finally her mothers knew and make her mother was furious and make the Carla was fired. And Maddie determined to get out of the house with Ollie to go to the Hawaii. On the way, Maddie was passed out and Ollie took her to hospital. And her mothers knew what Ollie passed out, and Maddie's mother bring to. And then Maddie was broke with Ollie because Maddie didn't want to make any more mistake, and Maddie couldn't say goodbye to Ollie because Ollie and her sister and her mother want to return to. A few days later, a report from a doctor at the hospital, a doctor at Hawaiian hospital informed her that Madeline did not have an immune malfunction. Her body is fine, just only her immune system not underdeveloped with the air around the house. And Maddie looked at the notes of her mother, and her mother, Madeline, realized that her mother and lied to her the rest of her life. And then finally her mother is left to home. And then Maddie meet with Carla again, and then Maddie left with Carla. And her mother's come and tells about the reason why her mother keeping all this secret, and the reason of her mother is the after the death of her father and her sister in an accident, Madeline became a only daughter for her mother, and her mother want to protect the Madeline. And finally, Maddie get on the plane to meet with Ollie, and Maddie apologizes for not saying goodbye to Ollie, and then they restart to. And then the characteristic of this novel, there are four characteristics. The first is Madeline Witter. The characteristic of Madeline is ambitious and principled, and willing to sacrifice. Madeline is willing to sacrifice to do something that are risky for her, and they to do something to meet with Ollie. And then Ollie have a characteristic caring, friendly, and mysterious. When Ollie's family moved home in front of her Maddie house, he is very look mysterious, and which finally they caught the Madeline attention. And then the Carla is the nurse of Maddie, and the characteristic of the Carla is caring, willing to help, and very kind. Carla is also like a Madeline's second mother because she also to be a believer to Madeline, and she always teach Madeline to be a person. And the last is Pauline Witter. Pauline Witter is a Madeline mother, and the characteristic of Pauline is protective and loyal. Her mother always take care of Madeline because it loves her very much. There are three settings. The first is Madeline's house, Hawaii, and bedroom of Madeline. The first is Madeline's house, where Madeline spent time on activities during she illness. And then Hawaii, the first place where Madeline and Ollie went to vacation together. And then the bedroom of Madeline, in the window of the room of them, began to interested and share their email. Author of this novel, she is a Nicola Young. She is a Jamaican American writer. She is best known for writing the novel Everything Everything. The novel title is Everything Everything in 2015, and in 2016 she released the novel. The title is The Sun is Also a Star, and a novel adapted into a film. And I think the value of this novel is to be someone who is strong in all condition, and don't lie, forgot being honest is better even if it hurts. And I think enough for my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.